A collection company can actually cause you to lose your job. And so I've actually dealt with this so many times with clients that I worked with in the past. And it usually happens as a result to you ignoring that collection company and not dealing with it face forward. If you don't know who I am, my name is Kenny Johnson. I operate a creditor company here in Montreal, Quebec. We have clients in every province. And if you have collection accounts, we are more than welcome or excited to help you out. You can always email us info@kennyjohnsonuniversity.com to get started. So to jump right into the topic, when it comes to collection companies, if you choose to ignore them, then they will use all options to them that's available. And that's typically with them first emailing you, calling you, and then if they can't do that, they'll probably start contacting family members and then they'll contact your employer. Now, collection companies can contact your family members or your employer, given that you're ignoring them. But if you are consistently communicating and working with that collection company to resolve the debt, then they can't contact your employer or your family. And so if you're one of those individuals that you say, hey, I'm going to ignore this debt for the next 7 years, I'm not going to do anything about it, it'll eventually age off, then you may be in for a surprise. A lot of collection companies recently have been taking litigation against consumers that have not been paying for the debt. And a collection company can take litigation, even if they don't actually own the debt, because they know most consumers aren't going to even respond to the judgment. Okay, again, this isn't legal advice, but this is what I have noticed working since 2020 with all my clients. Collection companies can take legal action, or if they're contracted, the original creditor can go ahead and initiate that litigation against the consumer. Okay, so this isn't something that you should be ignoring or off putting. As soon as a collection company reaches out to you, you need to be proactive. Well, what does being proactive look like in the case of being contacted by a collection company? Well, the first thing is identifying the account that they're talking about. So, for example purposes, let's say that you're being contacted about a bill account. Okay, so let's say ABC Collection Company is contacting me about Bill. The first thing I am going to do is go and contact Bill and see if they actually sold this debt over to a collection company or if it's been contracted. Now, if I can, I would be more than happy to resolve this debt directly with Bill. I do not want to go through a third party company to try to resolve this debt. And the reason why is because there could be a lot of miscommunication. That collection company probably doesn't actually own the debt. The debt may not actually be cleared off of the original account. There's so many errors that can happen. So in the event that Bill tells me, hey, we've actually sold this debt, then I know that I need to communicate with the collection company that is now contacting me and try to get proof of debt from this collection company. If Bell informs me that they did not sell this debt, then I know that I can ignore this collection company, work directly with Bell to resolve the debt. So we're going to continue forward with the possibility that Bell has now sold this debt over to the collection company, and then we'll go forward with the steps that we should be moving forward there. So Bell went ahead and sold this debt over to ABC Collection Company. I am then going to send a registered letter to ABC Collection Company and ask that they send me proof of debt. Proof of debt is the original signed contract you signed with the original creditor. When they're able to produce this document, that is when you should then be moving forward with requests to do pay for deletion. The collection company is not required by any means to do pay for deletion. If they're willing to do pay for deletion and they are agreeing, you have it in writing from that collection company, then you should be moving forward. If not, then understand that collection company reserves the right to deny you pay for deletion. I've talked about this in many videos in the past. You should not start negotiations anywhere below 70% because you're wasting time. That collection company will probably just tell you no. So if anything, start at 70%, work your way up. But in most situations, in most areas where we've actually come to an agreement on paper deletion, it usually ends at 100%. So be prepared to pay back in full. This is debt that you actually owe, especially if they provided you with proof of debt. Now, if they're not able to provide you a proof of debt, then you need to request for them to have it removed off of your credit report. They may still tell you no. You would then want to initiate the disputing process directly with the credit bureau that it's reporting to. If it's reporting to TransUnion, you need to send a personalized letter to TransUnion stating that you do not recognize this collection company. You've reached out to them. They weren't willing to provide you a proof of debt, so they should not be reporting on your credit report. You would do the same thing for Equifax. If Equifax If it's reporting over on Equifax, then you're going to send a personalized letter. Keep in mind, yes, these are two credit bureaus that are reporting your credit score, but they're two separate companies. Just because you remove the account over on TransUnion does not mean it's going to be removed from Equifax. Both angles need to be taken in order for you to make steps of progress. Now, this is what proactive looks like, and this does not happen in the span of a month. This may take you 6 to 12 months, but there are so many laws that protect you as a consumer. Understand, as soon as you start that disputing process with that collection company, then they cannot continue to pursue that debt until they provide you a proof of debt. So, in our example, this collection company failed to provide proof of debt. They cannot continue to pursue collection on the debt until they produce that document. But when you know these things, you can leverage this to your advantage as a consumer. That's why it's better, or it's the best, to go ahead and start the disputing process right off the bat instead of just ignoring it. Because again, uh, we've worked with clients in the past where the employer had decided to let them go because again they were being contacted every single day by the collection company. And again, collection companies will do everything in their power to collect on the debt. Again, if you have collection accounts and you need assistance, you need help, you can always send us an email, info@kennyjohnsonuniversity.com. We'd be more than happy to help. Until next time, peace.